Hi, my name is Jennifer. I am a group exercise instructor and physical therapist, and today's class is a mat Pilates. I will be doing some push-ups here and there, so if you have any shoulder issues and choose not to do those exercises, that's okay. Just do something else that feels okay for you. Make sure you modify each exercise so that it's well controlled, keeping that belly engaged, that transverse abdominal muscle flattened in towards your spine. Do not let that belly bulge and poof outward. And think about closing and lifting through that pelvic floor to create that good foundation, that base of your core. Let's get started. Let's go to the floor. So come on down. Okay, once you're on the floor, let's roll all the way down. Thinking about closing and lifting in through that pelvic floor, that transverse abdominal muscle flattens that stomach to your back. Make sure again that with any exercise, your belly does not bloat or poof outwards. It has to stay compressed. So I will show modifications, and if you're doing anything where your belly gets bigger, it is wrong. You have to keep that down and in, okay? So maybe go to a lower level, or maybe that exercise just isn't something that you can stabilize well with. Do something else, or just wait till we're done with that one and then join into the next one. So holding that core nice and tight, making sure you can breathe through that rib cage. Come up into an ab curl. Reach through your fingertips. Lift that head, shoulder, and shoulder blades if you can. Take a look at the stomach. Again, it should have stayed down. It should not have gotten bigger. And I want you to start with just a march. So just warming up that core with that leg movement, trying to work on that stability through that pelvis and back. One more. Pause the legs, bring the arms. Inhale and exhale. Reach one arm at a time overhead. You are still in your ab curl. Again, just go at your own breath pace. Finish one. Bring those hands back behind that head. Extend the right leg out. Hold. If that feels stable, I want you to take the left leg and go back into that march. So you're going to pick it up, tap it down, pick it up, tap it down. That right leg is extended out straight. One more. Switch to the other leg. Kick the left leg out. Make sure that core is set. And single leg march with the right. And put that foot down. Bring both in. Lower all the way down out of that. We're going to move into the hundreds. So we're going to really start getting going here. 4 different leg options, okay? You're gonna be up in an ab curl position. So everybody's upper body's identical. Strong push towards the floor. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Level 2, your feet come to knee level. 3, you're gonna straighten those knees, lock them out so you really fire your quads. And level 4, straight locked knees but lowered down through those legs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, go at your own breath pace. It is a staccato breath. Very strong through those arms. Nothing real soft and flowy. Pump, pump, pump. Bring it in, lower down, take a deep breath. Take one leg, roll yourself up into sitting. Feet are flat, you're gonna squeeze those knees together. Reach through those fingertips. Sit up very, very tall here through that spine. Get that core engaged. I want you to roll back, hollowing that belly towards your spine. Then I want you to go palm up. From there, you're going to twist. Your hands stay directly out from your shoulders. Think about like a beam of light coming out through your chest. That rotates, that beam stays right between your hands. You are going to touch your shoulders, back out, come center. Twist to the other side. Tap your shoulders, reach, center. So you're staying back in your half roll back. Adding that twist. The knees should be tight squeezed together. There's no movement in the lower body. So make sure that twist is happening right in that trunk. Last two. So do one more on each of your sides so that you're equal. Hold center. See if you can drop a little farther back. Little lift. Back. Little lift. We have a long endurance on this today. Hold it back. Arms like warm up. Alternate. Reach. Inhale and exhale. Pause. Finally bring it all the way up. Hug yourself upward. Lift that heart. Give that back a break. That was a long time to be back in that half roll back. Coming back down onto your back. Roll it down. We're going to do parallel frog. Hands are going to come behind your head. Get that belly flat. Pull that pelvic floor in and come into your ab curl. Okay? Now, level one, you have to do a single leg extension, kind of like we did from warm up. Okay? Full parallel frog though, you're going to bring those feet up to your knee level. You're squeezing those knees together. Toes are pulled towards you. You are going to push your heels away from you, nice and strong, like you're pushing against a resistance. Now, level two, I can kick straight up. I'm still gonna work my legs, fire my quads, and then level three, again, anything lower than that on that diagonal is gonna make that more difficult. So figure out where that fine line is that you can control. If you go too low and your back arches and your belly pops, you went too low with those legs. So exhale, again, at your own breath pace. Really try to hold it a couple seconds through your full exhale. Inhale, exhale. That exhale will help that belly compress. Really extend those legs, create length. A lot of Pilates moves are about that lengthening of those limbs. Long spine, long legs, long arms. Last couple. Finish one. Then see if you can hold it wherever you're at. If you are a level one, I want you to hold for a couple seconds on one, hold for a couple seconds on the other, just like you've been doing. Level two, you're gonna kick them straight. See if you can lower it just a couple inches, okay? And then level three, hold down where you can control that. Again, look at the belly, what's it doing? Bring it in, lower down, release the head and chest. Then again, take a couple deep breaths. All right, we're gonna do an ab curl with a straddle leg from this position. So option one is to keep your feet down, arms overhead. Get that core set. As you curl up and reach, your knees will drop apart. You'll reach as far through as you can and return back to your start. Level two, legs are gonna come up off of the ground. Tighten those knees, okay? Those quads again should be firing. Then those legs come out to the side. Exhale, push through. Inhale, drop back. Exhale, push through. Inhale, drop back. So going at your own pace, again, with your breath. You have a really good view of your belly when you're up there. So again, take a look. It should be pulling flat, not bulging outward. Do not hold your breath. Couple more. Now hold this one up. Hold it. And I want you to pulse from here. Reach through. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, keep going, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 9, hold. Bring it back, legs up, lower them down, and release. We're gonna keep our head and chest on the mat for this next one. This is a single leg circle here. Now, this exercise can be, people can kind of cheat unknowingly and make this super duper easy. This should be hard. It doesn't look like much, but when you're pulling everything in you're supposed to be, it should be challenging. So I want you to kick your left leg out straight. It is not just laying there like a blob. Contract that leg. Thigh is tight. Push through that foot. Again, create that length. Now, single leg circle. I'm going to extend my right leg up towards the ceiling. It's exactly like it sounds. You are drawing a circle with that foot, okay? Now, depending on how well you can stabilize, depends on how big your circle can be. The goal is that your pelvis should not be shifting. So if you can find these little bones in the front of your pelvis, you can even put your fingertips there and monitor that. If you feel a lot of this dipping and shifting back and forth, you're not stabilizing. Your goal is to cement that so that you don't have any movement there at all. And then you can play with how big your circle can be. Now I can modify and bend my knee and draw a circle with my knee if I needed to. If you have any hip clunking issues, try to keep it within a range that you're gonna avoid that clunk. Like on my left leg, my circle is not a perfect circle. It looks more like a weird oval because I avoid this one area that I get a really loud, annoying clunk in my hip, okay? So on this one, that's the most common complaint is that hip clunking. So legs straight up, get those shoulders back, belly tight, pelvic floor in. And again, you can draw as big a circle as you want, but you should have no movement in that pelvis and back, all right? Inhale on the way in, exhale on the way out. I want you to do 10 in each direction. So once you get 10, starting in and pulling out, then you get to do the same leg, but the other way. Again, you can pull your leg as high around over your head as you can if you've got that mobility and strength. I hit my 10. I'm now going to go out with my leg and scoop around in. You are still exhaling on the way out, inhaling on the way in. Really consciously contract that core tight, 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 tight. My legs are as tight and activated as I can get them. My hands are into the floor. My shoulders are back. Hold it up once you've got your 10. Everybody should be about there. And I want you to see if you can pull that leg as close to your head as you can using your own hip muscles. Do not grab it, do not yank it. Just try to get that as close to you as you can. Bend it, release it out. Shake that leg out. Other leg, single leg circle. Extend the right leg. Push it right strong into the floor. Get that core set. Left leg comes up. Extend. Lock your knee. Dropping in with your inhale. Exhale as you come out. Okay? And again, no movement in your pelvis. Circling. Inhale. Exhale. And again, once you get to your 10, you're going to switch and do the other side. And try to avoid those areas where you might get that clunk. So that might mean maybe a little bit more of an oval looking circle. Switch your directions when you've hit your 10. Still inhaling in, exhaling out. See, like I went a little too far and I got my clunk. Whoop. Once you've got your 10, hold it up. Then pull that leg as close to you using your muscles as you can. Hold, 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 hold. Bottom leg is still glued to the floor. Tighten that belly. Pull, 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 pull. Bend, release it out. Shake that hip out. Okay. Let's flip around. We're going to come around onto your stomach. So bring it all the way around. And we're going to start off with our arms shoulder width, legs hip distance apart. Right? Now from here, your pelvic floor is still engaged. Your belly is now pulling away from the floor towards your back. So really squeeze that nice and tight. Pull in that built-in corset, okay, that built-in belt. We're going to start with opposite arm and leg. So I want you to keep your face off of the mat if you can, and a little bit of back extension, and lift and lower, and lift and lower. So this would be your level 1. If this bothers your shoulders, you could just do the legs. Do not hold your breath, and do not bulge out your belly into the floor here. If that feels pretty stable, I want you to start reaching and lifting everything together and lower. Everything together and lower. Now just barely skim the floor if you can before you lift it back up. So it's a lift. I'm barely touching the ground before I lift back up again. Now hold everything up if you can. If you were doing one arm and one leg, I want you to put your fingertips down and keep your legs up. So this would be level 1. Okay, level 2, everything up. Now keeping everything up, I want you to lift your right leg only. Lift it up, halfway down, up, halfway down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14, knees are tight. 16, 17, 18, 19, other leg, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Hold everything up. Here's the challenge from here today. If you can reach back, bend your knees, grab a hold of your feet, and lift those hands and feet up to the ceiling. Use your back muscles to lift higher, 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 higher. And lower down and release it out. Shake those hips out. Loosen that back up. All right, press yourself back into kneeling and bring yourself around into a side sit. We're gonna do star. Now the arm always moves in the same direction, okay? So we are actually gonna be on our forearm here. Elbow's gonna be underneath your shoulder. The arm on top is going to always reach forward. Reach forward, reach forward. The top leg is going to go forward, but then backwards. So your arm and leg would go in the same direction, then the opposite direction. All right, and we are gonna be in a modified half plank, so we're gonna be on our knee, lifting our hips up. So get your thighs in line with your body, pull your belly in tight, okay? Lift up, pushing through that bottom knee. You should be in a nice long line here. Top arm and leg lifted up. Both in the same direction first. They reach forward. They come back. Now arm goes forward, leg goes back behind you. And bring it in. 2, 2, 3, 4, and it's not about your hamstring length, so it's not a big kick here. It's a controlled movement. 6, 6. No back movement. Even when you extend, it's just hip, not back. 9, 10, 10, 11, breathe, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Hold. And release that down. Bring it around to the other side. Now before we do that, we're just gonna hold one plank to give that hip a little bit of a break before it has to hold you up. So you're gonna go forearms down, pop yourself right into a front plank, either from your toes or your knees, okay? Just make sure you think about that nice long line of your body here. Breathe. Go ahead and release that down. Come back to that side. Forearm down. Get those legs in line with your body. All right. Get that belly set. Push through that bottom knee to hold you up. Top leg and arm up. No back movement. Get that core set. Reach 1. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, almost there, 13, 14, and 15. Hold it. And lower down. And you should have felt that bottom butt, that bottom hip holding you up. Bottom butt, like we got a top butt and bottom butt. Bottom hip. Let's go into a plank one more time so that we kind of equaled out. Doing that plank after each side. So forearm, toes or knees, hold. Again, just make sure your butt's not up here in the air. Drop it down so it's in line with your body. Release that down. And go ahead and just kind of sit for a second. Get off those shoulders. Now we're going to continue to work some shoulders and arms here while we're sort of kneeling and at the back edge of our mat. We are going to do some Pilates push-ups. It is a big movement starting from standing, rolling down, out into your push-up. 3 of them rolling back up, okay? And then after that, we're going to work on some more glutes. So press yourself back, come up into standing, and you're gonna be at one edge of your mat. Nice, tall posture here. Okay, so create that length again. Belly back, pelvic floor up. I'm gonna start with my head and roll down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Once you can get to the floor, you're gonna walk it out, 2, 3. You're going to lower down. Inhale, 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 exhale, push. Inhale, 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 exhale, push. Every inhale you drop farther. Drop, 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 push, then walk back, 2, 3, roll it all the way up to start, okay? Now, I want you to try to remember what arm you walked out with because I want you to switch. So I did right, left, right. This next time I'm gonna do left, right, left, and walk it back, left, right, left. This time I will show a modification as well if you can't push up from your feet, okay? Breath, core set, roll. Modification, I can walk it out, and I lied about my hands, didn't I? I can drop to my knees then, either keep my feet down or up, and do my inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Go back to my toes and walk back, 2, 3, and up, okay? You are gonna keep rolling through this at your own pace. Do not worry about my pace, all right? But really take your time on the drop, 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 push. Away you go. 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3. Be mindful of your core. Everybody usually loses it on this one because there's a lot of movement. Walk, walk, walk. Do one more set. One more rep here. And when you're done with that rep, bend your knees, come back to your mat, and stay here. Get some water if you need it. I know I do. All right, we are gonna go from our forearms again, but this time instead of a plank, we're gonna be in a tabletop, like a tilted tabletop, and we're gonna work our butt more. So your forearms are gonna go down, elbows are underneath your shoulders, my knees are right underneath my hips. Do not let your belly sag and drop. And it's hard with my shirt right now because it's kind of baggy and it looks like it's blousing, but it's not, okay? So make sure that you're thinking, I always tell people, the easiest thing when you're in these positions is think about exercising in a bikini on a beach. What are you gonna pull in to really get that compression and keep it there, okay? So forearms down, elbows underneath those shoulders, knees underneath your hips. If you are weighted too far forward, you are not gonna feel this in your butt. Your arms are gonna burn out. If you are too far back, you're gonna be blown past your glutes and you're not gonna feel it so much, okay? Let's see if I can just tuck that. I don't know that that'll work. Okay. Yeah, tuck back here. All right, so belly nice and tight, pelvic floor in. I want you to take your right knee, bring it in towards the center midline a little bit more, and then take your left leg and extend it back behind you with your knee bent, okay? Now, you are going to drop down, don't touch the floor. Kick and push your heels straight to the ceiling. No back movement, it's not an arch, okay? There's no back movement. So keep belly tight, hip only. Press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You're gonna pulse it at the top. Push heel 2, 3, 4. Core is set. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 28, 29. Hold it. Extend the legs straight. Tighten your quad. Lift heel 1. Drop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Almost there. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold and pulse. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Hold. Lower it down. And child's pose. Take some deep breaths. Now again, before we do the other leg, we're gonna give our hips a break. I don't know if you guys felt it. Hopefully you did. The leg that wasn't working, or wasn't moving, I should say, was still working quite a bit. So you probably felt that in both butt cheeks, okay? That is correct. That is what you should feel. So if you didn't and your shoulders were on fire, you probably had too much weight pushed forward into your arms and not enough back into those legs, okay? So we're gonna do another plank just to give those hips a break, and then we'll do the other side. So now you know what's coming. So forearms down. Pop onto those toes or knees, hold, breathe. Almost there. And release that. Okay, so we got the other side to do. I'm gonna flip around just so that you can see my outside leg working here, okay? But you can just stay where you're at. Forearms down, elbows underneath your shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Again, belly is tight up to your spine. Make sure it's gonna drop and make it look like it's blobby, but really think about that compression. Taking that right leg now, extend that up behind you with that bent knee. Drop and press 1. Heels straight to the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, no back movement, 22, 23, just that hip, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Pulse is at the top. Pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Hold. Extend the legs straight. Drop, lift 1. Squeeze that heel up. Squeeze your butt. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Paul says 30 and you're done. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Hold, bring it in, and sit it back. Child's pose. Give that butt a break. All right, so you got a lot of good hamstring and glute max on that. We're gonna do one more plank. Again, just kind of even out what we did after each of those hip sides. Kind of counterbalancing extension side of the body with the flexion side of the body. So forearms down, last plank here from the front. Hold. distract yourself however you want with the plank. Think about good thoughts, something happy, maybe that happened this week, something good. Almost there. Breathe. Keep that core set. And release. Now we are going to finish those arms off. We're also going to get a little hamstring mild stretch at the same time that we do that, just to help lengthen that area. But we're going to be in a down dog, and then we are going to do inverted push-ups from that position. We're just going to do 3 sets of 10. Okay, that's it. I will show modifications. So you are going to be here, heels drop, sit bones lifted, head is going to dive right between those arms in this position. If you need to modify, come back to your tabletop, all right, and then go here. You could go into your full push-up or full push-up from here, okay? So we've got down dog, heels down. You're gonna dive that head right between those hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a break. Get off your wrists. We've got 2 more sets. Bring it back out. Lift your hips. Drop those heels. Dive that head between those hands. Drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Get off your wrist. And we have 1 more set. Bringing it back out. Hips up. Drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And take a break. Get off those wrists. We're actually going to work on a little bit of balance up in standing, which might be a little more challenging now that your hips are a little tired. So come on up to standing. All right, so this is also going to be another rotation component. So you're going to pour your weight into your right leg. I want you to pick up your left leg and keep it bent. So it's like your foot is on like a chair. And then you're going to reach your right arm across and grab the outside of that left leg. My left arm is going to be extended. I'm going to then twist and turn as far around as I can, trying to look all the way back behind me. Thinking about keeping your belly super tight, posture really tall, and if you fall, not a big deal. Come back into it and come back and push yourself around. Slowly release it back around to center. Release that leg, shift it, switch, reach across, grab a hold of that thigh, other arm out, keep that belly tight, and start to turn. It's actually more difficult because I'm on a squishy surface, so if you're on a harder surface, it should be a little easier to balance. Pushing yourself around into that trunk rotation. Bring it back center. And and release. We're gonna take that one level further and see if you can reach out, grab a hold of your foot, and then twist. So you're gonna stay up nice and tall. You're gonna bring that leg up, opposite arm. Okay, so opposite arm, reach across, grabbing a hold of that foot, then extending it. It's not about height on this, so don't worry about like grabbing it and lifting it. I just want it extended outward, and then you're gonna twist, okay? So, actually I'm gonna stay back here. Trying to extend that. My squishy surface is really challenging me. And again, trying to turn your gaze all the way around. Keep that belly tight. Release it around. And we're gonna switch legs. Opposite arm, reaching across. And again, if this is not in your practice, just grab the thigh again, okay? Reaching across, grab that opposite, straighten that out. Tall posture, turning, rotating your trunk, trying to look all the way around. Release it back to center. Release out of it. And we're gonna stretch. Okay. Staying where you're at, legs about hip distance apart. Take a deep breath. Reach over to one side. I want you to slide a hand down the thigh, opening up through that rib cage. Look up at the ceiling. Roll that shoulder back. Other side. And release. Take a deep breath up. Fold in half. Drop down into that hamstring stretch. If you want to, you can take it a little bit further, clasping forearms on each other, dropping down further. You can also do a forearm wrap behind your calf. And release. While you're here, bend your knees. Bring it all the way back down onto the mat, dropping down onto your stomach. Come to your forearms, lengthen your belly. If you need more stretch, push into the floor, lock the elbows. Lower down, bring it around onto your back. Let's stretch that hip. Cross one ankle over on the other thigh. Grab a hold of that top knee and ankle so that you've got control of that leg, and then help pull that into the chest with that bottom leg. Deep breath. Switch. Release that. Extend through the arms and legs. Take a deep breath. Let your belly expand. Exhale. One more time. Exhale. And you guys are all done.